It's definitely a little cold and windy today, but I think you're gonna heat up everything afterwards when you're playing the show. Is it right?
Yeah, it's gonna get hot as fuck.
Hey Leute, hier ist Dominik von metal.de und wie ihr seht, bin ich nicht allein. I'm not alone because with me is Gary Holt of EXODUS.
How you doing?
Fine, and you?
I'm good. A little cold.
Yeah, it's definitely a little cold and windy today, but I think you're gonna heat up everything afterwards when you're playing the show. Is it right?
Yeah, it's gonna get hot as fuck.
You were booked for Rock Hard Festival like 2 years ago, but then you had to cancel, and today you can finally make it back. How does it make you feel?
Feels awesome. You know, I had to cancel it due to my brother's accident, you know, when he got ran over in fucking Italy. I had to go and try to get him home, you know, so. But we're here now, and it's going to be awesome. I mean, we got quite a set list planned, so it's crushing.
Yeah, I mean, you play a full headliner set today. How difficult is it for you to make like the perfect set list that goes over all the eras of EXODUS?
It's impossible. You know, like you want to do songs from this album, and you want to do songs from that, and you can't play them all, you know, so. You know, and Rob's back, so, you know, we have to, you know, cater the song to things he knows, the same as, you know, like everybody in the band doesn't know every song. I don't know every song, and I'm on every record. And some of them I would have to learn. I don't remember how to play some of that stuff, you know.
You already mentioned that Rob Dukes now is back as the lead singer in the band. How did this happen? I think for a lot of fans it came as a surprise.
Well, you know, being in a band is like being married. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you see a husband and wife out in public and they look happy and fine, but when they get home, they're fucking kicking the shit out of each other. And it's not always a happy marriage, you know, and fans only see that. We were professionals. We go out on stage and we, you know, put on a great show. And he did a great job on the records, and we had a good time for a while, but, you know, not everybody's happy. And in our 60s, we want to be happy all the time, you know.
And did you think about other options, like getting a completely new lead singer, or was it always clear for you that you would ask Rob to come back to the band?
No, Rob's one of our best friends, and he was the only option. I mean, we could have got some young guy who still has muscles visible on his stomach and can jump off the top of drum risers, and, you know, but we're old. We don't want to look old and slow next to some young guy, you know. So, you know, I'm 61 now. I want my career to carry on with my family, you know?
And how was Rob's first reaction when you asked him to rejoin the band?
He was thrilled, you know? I mean, he was super stoked, and we're super happy to have him back.
Yeah. How was the first rehearsal with him when he came back into the band?
Well, we came back to the band and we started working on the new album. You know?
Okay.
So we jumped right into work, you know. It was amazing. What he does on the new album, like nothing you ever heard before. It's awesome.
Okay, and what can fans expect from the new record? Like, are you writing the songs now specifically with Rob in mind, or does the lead singer not affect the songwriting at all?
You know, truth be told, this vocalist never affects it. Blood In, Blood Out was written when Rob was still in the band, you know, and then Zetro came in and made it his, and he did an amazing job. Persona Non Grata was written with Steve in the band, and he did an amazing job. But I write what I'm going to write regardless, you know. Mm-hmm. Now, when we start recording it, you know, a different singer can do different things better than the other, you know. Zetro had things he was amazing at, and Rob has things he's amazing at. Rob has learned a lot of new tricks on this new album. It's fucking awesome. Albums, 2.
You're writing 2 albums right now?
We recorded 2 albums.
And, like, will they come out in the same year, or what are your plans?
We're going to put the first album out and then tour our asses off, and then I'm going to get ready to release the next one, and I'm going on vacation. I've never had a vacation.
Never?
Never. I've never been anywhere I didn't play to get there.
Yeah.
Like, I've been to like places like in Mexico, but I play guitar to get there.
Yeah.
I've never just gotten on a plane and gone.
That's
but
crazy.
I don't know how to stop working, though.
But I mean, that's a good thing for all thrash metal fans out there if there are 2 EXODUS records coming up. But, like, you already said that you are very far into your career as a band. How did you still get inspired to write 2 records in such a short time now.
Well, Lee wrote a lot of material this time, and he wrote 6 songs, and that's more than he usually writes, and I wrote 12. And so we do have a little bit more work to do on the next album. We need 2 more songs. But, so we'll go in the studio for like 2 weeks, not like 7, so a little bit more work and it's done.
And will it be like 2 typical Exodus records, or will there be some surprises?
There's nothing typical about these records. I mean, it's crushing. It's heavy as fuck. Sometimes it's so fast, it's ridiculous, but it's different. A lot of it's different than anything we've done. But it's still 100% Exodus. It's fucking awesome. I'm still a fan, right? So I get excited. Everybody says my new album's the best thing ever, but I get goosebumps. Some of this shit is so fucking dark and heavy. Like, it's so good, man. I can't wait till people hear it.
Will we maybe get to hear like a little snippet today with a new song or something?
Fuck no. It's way too early for snippets.
Way too early, okay. So you don't want to spoil the surprise of what the record's going to sound like?
I have the whole thing in my phone, but you're not going to hear it.
Not going to share anything, okay. No. But
it's too early. I mean, it's coming out next February, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah, that is really early then.
Really early.
But like, will you still play some songs from Persona Non Grata and Blood In, Blood Out? Like, had Rob already to learn some songs from those 2 records for the tour?
We're doing stuff off of Persona Non Grata tonight, but we're not doing anything on Blood In, Blood Out.
Okay.
But there are times with Zetro we'd only play 1 song off it,
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many records, we can't figure out what we're playing, everything,
You already said that Zetro and Rob both have their distinct vocal styles, and if one of them has to adopt, like now Rob has to adopt a song from Persona Non Grata for himself, do you give him some input on how to do it, or is he more like free to do it the way he wants?
You're free to do it the way you want while sticking to the vibe. Like I never wanted Zetro to like completely change Children of a Worthless God, and I don't want Rob to completely change Prescribing Horror either, but just the different voice is going to make it sound different, and they both do a great job. Zetro did a great job on Rob's songs, and Rob does a great job on his. You're getting a heavy dose of Bonded by Blood tonight.
Oh yeah, that was actually my next question, because the 40th anniversary, you did some special shows for the 40th anniversary of Bonded by Blood. Will this like carry over into the tour?
No, you're not getting the whole album.
No. But?
You get a lot of it.
You get a lot of it. I once read an interview where you said that Bonded by Blood still is your favorite Exodus record. Do you think you never topped it with something else?
No, never top it. I mean, that's blasphemous to even say. I mean, Bonded by Blood is the album that started it all. So, it's my youth. It's my high school yearbook. It's the reason I'm still here. So it's always going to be number 1. And Paul Bailoff, despite only singing on 1 album, is always the voice of Exodus,
He really left a mark with that record.
And, that's no insult to Zetro or Rob. It's just Paul started it,
Yeah. Can we expect more songs from the Rob Dukes era in live sets now that he's back in the band?
Yeah, once we start practicing more of them. I mean, we were in the studio for 7 weeks and we went on tour the very next day. So I've been home 2.5 weeks since March 2nd. Whoa. So we're fucking tired. We've worked really hard.
And how do you prepare for such a tour? If you say you are already tired, like where do you take the energy from to deliver every evening?
From the crowd, the people.
The fans?
The fans and the songs, yeah. It's kind of impossible not to. If you can't get fired up for a show like this, you shouldn't be here.
That's a very true statement, yeah.
Just fucking go home. If this can't excite you. We're just jet lagged, because our first flight over got canceled, so we had to fly the next day, and we landed and played the same day, which we usually don't do. Yeah. You fly, land, play the following day, have some time to rest. But we got off the plane and went to the gig,
But did you ever think about like the inevitable end of Exodus? Like, for example, Slayer already did a breakup before the reunion shows now. Did you ever think about when Exodus are going to retire, or are you so full of energy that there is no thought about that at all?
No, I'm not full of energy. I'm fucking tired. We're going to do this as hard as we can. as heavy as we can until we can't. And that's why we recorded so much music. You know, we figured do it now while we are still able to. Who knows? You know, I mean, I've had elbow problems, hand problems, shoulder problems now. Maybe in 5 years, age will catch up and the arthritis will get bad and I can't do it. I don't know.
And if Exodus were no more, what would Gary Holt do all day if you say you can't stop working?
I have no idea. I don't know. Turn to a life of crime, maybe. You know? I don't know. I haven't found a way to make money being charming, so I don't know what I'm going to do.
But you have found a way making money selling your shirts.
Yeah, I mean, it helps, you know. People think, oh, a rich rock star. No, I sell shirts and I sell them out of my fucking closet, right? All right, pack this one up, label it, send it off. But no, that just helps. It doesn't pay the bills. Helps to pay the bills. It helped really a lot in the pandemic, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know, if I honestly retired, I'd probably do more producing, you know. I'd stay in music, you know. But you know, I'd sometimes I daydream about not leaving the house because I hate leaving. I hate getting on the plane to leave, but as soon as I arrive, I have fun, you know.
And what kind of music would you like to produce as a producer?
Oh, I'd like to do something funky.
Funky stuff.
Oh yeah,
okay.
Funky.
Where does your love for funky stuff come from?
Fucking lifelong. Yeah, fucking Prince, everything. Morris Day, The Time, Parliament, fucking Ohio Players, all that shit. Love it.
I recently also saw that you said in an interview you don't listen to that much metal when you are at home. Is that so?
Not at all, no.
Not at all?
No.
Then what is Gary Holt listening to these days?
Adele.
Adele?
Oh yeah. It's just fucking love Adele. She was so awesome. I listen to like yacht rock, you know, like easy listening stuff. I mean, I'm surrounded by loud guitars all day long. I get home, I want to listen to like piano players, you know? Yeah, I love it, you know? I mean, I love metal, love it, don't get me wrong. But, you know, if I'm listening to something you call metal, it's more likely to be UFO or Rainbow I'm listening to.
So some of the stuff that influenced you when you were younger?
I still love it, still listen to it all the time.
And is that also the music that inspires you nowadays when you write new songs?
Yeah, it still does, absolutely. Especially Blackmore, you know. Every album I do, I try to steal something from them, you know.
Musicians tend to not mention that they are like stealing ideas from others.
Come on, I should be paying Merciful Fate royalties on No Love, you know, off Bonded by Blood. The influence is large, but it's still us, you know, like. But yeah, I'll absolutely pay tribute where it's due, you know.
Yeah. So we don't have much time left, so one last question. Yeah. You already mentioned that the financial reality of a band is often not as people who aren't in the business think. So how is the financial reality for a band like Exodus today? I think your bass player recently said you are more like merchants for shirts than actual musicians.
We're traveling T-shirt salesmen.
That's what he said.
Because that's where we make our money, you know. We're lucky. If you're in a band where the money you're paid to play covers your expenses and the T-shirt money is yours, you're doing really well.
Yeah.
Because everything, especially since the pandemic, tour buses cost way more money. Everything costs more. Airfare costs more. It's fucking hard. You know, like, you know, we do okay. You know, we do pretty good. But then when we come home and you don't work for 2 months, that money you made has to stretch out over all of it, you know, so, you know, it's not what people think, you know.
Okay, thank you for your time, and have a kick-ass show tonight.
Yeah, thanks.
And a great rest of the tour.
Thank you.